to anybody who is here. We are the Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and we're here to just communicate.
Well, hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome, everybody, to the chaos that is Minnesota MNSpiritCast. Everybody is having a great night, and there is light and positivity going on in your world right now. We have an amazing show for you tonight, and it's a topic that doesn't really get talked about much, so we thought it'd be fun to talk about it with all of you here. First of all, co-host and host of the show tonight. Co-host, both co-hosts, and then Rachel right here. We have one more person coming. So, I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
I'm going crazy. I thought I heard somebody say
how?
That was like awkward silence.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Huh?
I didn't. I'm sorry. Can you guys not hear me?
No, we can hear you.
No, we can hear you.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say anything.
For a moment there were some damn crickets in here with us.
Oh,
And we got David Hope on with us. Number one to the show, David Hope. Welcome to the show. Thank you. And we have an amazing show for you and lots of other people. So, first of all, we want to check out the Global Ghost Hunt. Big event. If you don't know what it is, you can check it out at www.globalghosthunt.com. Minnesota Spirit Hunters is a part of the Global Ghost Hunt. We will be investigating for the Global Ghost Hunt. Location is yet to be disclosed to anybody. Yet to be disclosed to the team. So, everybody, welcome Rochelle. She is one of our mediums and our fill-in for tonight. Welcome. So, check out Global Ghost Hunt. It's a 2-part 10-day event. It's going to be in May and October of 2023. They are a partner with Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and just got some great news that they are now partnered up with Proofs. And if you don't know what that is, you can check it out all over Facebook and all the other platforms. So check out Global Ghost Hunt, and most importantly, Paranormal Consult, our ride or die guy. He has been here with us from the beginning, sponsor of Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and just all in general definition of para-unity. So, Matt, we love you. We thank you for everything you do, as well as Sarah and Carlos as well. Everybody, welcome to the show. Tonight, our subject is life without paranormal investigators. Has anybody ever thought about that?
no.
Boring.
Boring.
Totally
Yeah.
boring.
That's what I'm thinking. Not only does paranormal investigating give us joy, but also, it could be boring because here's a question to start off the show. What would you guys be doing if you wasn't a hunter?
Probably watching a lot more movies.
Mhm.
Well, I
We
think
do
about the
Do
fact
that anyways.
I think about the fact that not only if there wasn't paranormal investigators, not only would the people that do the paranormal investigating, I don't know what they would do with their lives or what they would, because most of us have had experiences which brought us into it. So think about having those experiences, but never, seeking answers for that, as well as all the people
Right.
that paranormal investigators help. All of those people would not get help. So you just think
Yes.
about, that blows my mind.
Well, most definitely, yes. And for one, I mean, I think the word, because there's a lot of skeptical there. There's a lot of paranormal haters out there who don't believe what we do is a necessity to the world. So those people, they can live without paranormal investigators. It is what it is. But when you have an instance where your house is haunted and so haunted that are in fear to be there, even your business, that would be an issue. Paranormal investigators, I mean, honestly, if it was never invented, obviously we wouldn't miss it because we would have never done it. However, now if investigating was taken away from us, I know I would be upset because it brings joy. It brings joy to a person's life. Not only joy, but it also brings help, support, and it also brings positivity not only to a cleansed home, but it also brings positivity and entertainment to people as well. Because even though you're helping somebody with a haunting, you're still creating entertainment for viewers. So,
And you'd be missing an adrenaline rush.
well, most definitely, absolutely. And what about you, Rochelle? Where would you guys be if you guys wasn't a hunter?
I still kind of have it around me. Just kind of stuck with it. So
Okay.
Yeah, you got to look at the aspect of people with gifts. They can't really not investigate. There's things right in their face.
I'd probably still be investigating, by myself.
you probably would.
Who are you calling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I mean this in general, guys, and I completely agree and understand with everything you're saying, but I mean this in general. Let's take this for instance. Let's say a person passes away, all right? This person passes away and their spirit automatically goes to the afterlife and there is no haunting. And this is every single person who passes away. Hear me out. If an instance where no spirits roam free and everybody went straight to the afterlife and there was absolutely no hauntings, no paranormal activity whatsoever, has anybody ever thought about that?
Well, I was just thinking about that when you asked the question.
The thing
Does it sound bad?
That's funny.
Huh?
Does it sound bad?
No.
Okay. No, yeah, that's what I was wondering when you asked the question, I was going to ask what you meant by that, honestly, because that's a thin line, like between like, if it was never there at all, or if people just didn't investigate, you know what I mean?
Yep. So, all right. So we got two perspectives here and we may have more perspectives. And I want to remind everybody who is watching that it's if you would like the link, please let us know. We'll get you the link. Come on with us. Let us know your opinion and your take on this whole subject. It's an open door. Feel free to come and have some fun with us. We have a Facebook user here who says it's a lifestyle, but overwhelming at the same time because psychic abilities, it never shuts off. Rochelle, you can vouch for this one. I also can guarantee that T can vouch for that as well. I have been chatting with T the past couple days, and we're still stuck on this one investigation that we did. And you guys know what Rochelle and T were able to collide and come up with the most amazing response that we've had in the history of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. And it's awesome. And we'll get into a little bit about psychic, medium, all of that within later in the show. But right now, the thing is the only appropriate way to start it is taking the take on if ghosts and spirits never existed. I don't know if that's possible, because some pass over into the next life and then some roam free. So I know when I pass, I want the heck out of some people. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to do my.
The problem is nobody can prove, like, with a shadow of whatever that phrase is.
Yeah.
Nobody can prove like how things are or what the system is after you die. Nobody can prove that. We don't know if like being stuck on Earth is purgatory. That's just a theory. We don't know if, we don't know what happens, honestly, for sure. So
Yeah.
Like, knowing
we don't know if it's just a click.
React, I don't know.
So we have former hunter Gabby Elizabeth in the comments here with us, and we talked a little bit about this when Gabby was on the team with us, and it's been an interesting thing that never really came into light since we opened the team 2 years ago. I figured it'd be something to kind of get everybody's brains going tonight, because when you get on a podcast and you listen to the subjects, you don't hear this type of subject. So I want to know what everybody thinks about it. So I can agree that it is a lifestyle. Paranormal investigating is absolutely a lifestyle. So we have that first scenario that ghosts and spirits never existed. Now, the scenario and the actual real life thing is that ghosts and spirits do exist. All right. So we all know that for a fact. We've all had experiences and everything. But if there wasn't a person, the very first person who created paranormal investigating, don't know who it is, but I give props to him big time. But I wonder what made them get up one morning and say, I'm going to get some ghosts. I'm going to go get some responses and whatever. I wonder what sparked them to create this phenomenon of paranormal investigating. What do you guys think?
The same reason all of us started to do it. We had experiences, so we wanted answers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And, I know. So everybody started investigating in their own way. We all have different stories of how we started investigating. Mine is so random that I was just a YouTuber and I was doing everything other than paranormal, and all of a sudden I'm watching YouTube. Oh, we're in trouble. Raymond's
Why?
Here. Welcome.
Hey,
Want to remind you, Raymond, if it's an open door, if you want to come and conversate with us, let us know. We'll get you the link and come have some fun with us. But my scenario is that I was just doing YouTube videos for fun, and then watching YouTube and other YouTubers doing investigating. I was curious, obviously, because I've had many experiences myself. So that's the thing, that we all have our own story of how we got started. Kara, what made you get started? I know you've had experiences. I know you've investigated on your own before. What made you pick up that first piece of equipment and go ghost hunting?
Obviously, like everybody else, I had experiences. Mine started as a child. So when I got to a certain age, I was like, hey, why not, look and see what's going on.
You're going to fall.
Miss Raina's getting mad.
Oh, she's getting on my nerves.
Oh, she's just tired.
Oh, no. She's standing up in her high chair trying to crawl out.
Oh, you better get that.
Yeah, she's going to take a digger.
All right. While I take this short break to deal with the child, Brandon, what about you?
I mean, the thing that really got me interested was, having experiences, wanting to find out if, I was really seeing things, if I was really hearing things. I wanted to make sure that, it wasn't just me, like, hearing voices in my head and being, crazy.
You'd be both, Well. Sorry. Just kidding.
What? Oh, she said, I kiss my mom's cheek all the time.
Oh, cute.
What about you, Rochelle?
Well, like everybody else, had stuff when I was young. messed around with it till I was in my 20s, and after I had my kids, I had to do it for a while. And then I got back into it.
Yeah. I think the reason why we're all doing this is because we have reasons why we got into it.
Yeah.
Each one of us has our own reasons. Each story is a little bit different, but we're all here to be a team and do what we like doing.
Oh, it's like a trade-off. Don, who's more tired?
And for me, it kind of clarifies that I'm not nuts when I actually do see it, and then there's actually evidence that backs me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's a happy person. How about you, Rachel?
Obviously, I think a lot of it is from people watching, because, yeah, you may have had experiences, but watching others do something you've never done before is what encourages all of us, right? I mean, trying to do better and find better ways and get more, and I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure, he brings me on and runs away. Do you see this?
He has a deep child issue at hand.
Oh, I've heard.
We were just all seeing how everybody started out. How did you start out, Ray?
Honestly, just seeing things, hearing things. The whole time I was growing up, I just always kind of knew things as well. And then I had open heart surgery in my 20s, and everything just kind of escalated from there. I would see people walking in the room that would turn a corner and disappear. I would see full shadows walking across the yard in the middle of the day and hit a corner and disappear. And I was like, yeah, I need to start documenting this so that I can, say, hey, this actually happened. I'm not just telling people shit.
Yep.
So what's your take on thinking if there was no paranormal investigating?
Then everybody would just be constantly scared of the crap that everybody would think they were crazy.
Yep. It's kind of along the lines of what I was saying a minute ago.
Yeah.
That's why we have asylums, guys.
We'd still have giant full asylums full of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
We'd all be diagnosed schizophrenic and,
shock treatment,
they're
therapy.
hearing voices and seeing things that aren't there.
Schizophrenia on the rise.
Schizophrenia on the rise. Depakote. You get some Depakote, and you get some Depakote. Everybody gets Depakote.
Do they still make that? I don't think they can make that anymore. They do?
Yes, they do.
My mom was on that for a long time. So
everybody gets a padded room.
Fucked up, yeah.
Do we get to pick the color of our padded room? That's bullshit.
Would you say no? That's bullshit.
Kill it. Yeah. Good job.
There, moving.
He's back.
Hi, Bobby.
Oh, now he's gone again. No, now he's back.
Does she put the laptop close?
Taking it out on the camera.
Yeah. If you're not paying attention to me, you're not paying attention.
He is not a happy person.
Poor Marcus
He's
is
really
just not
having
having
some technical difficulties over there.
Okay.
Well, after they get a certain age, you just become more of a lion tamer than a parent anyway.
You're telling me.
Right.
Holding a chair and a whip, going back.
And then they try to bite your ankles, whatever.
Yeah. Lift your arm, they're dangling from it because they bit into it, and you're just, get off me. Yeah.
Oh, we got you. We know what the feeling.
I've got a 3.5-year-old ninja demon baby.
That's it. My youngest daughter, I would put her in her playpen for a nap, And the next thing I know, she's climbing out the side and staring at me. Like, why'd you do that?
The stare. And they get caught doing something they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Deer in the headlights.
So I apologize if my mood is a little different. I'm having a day today, so I'm trying to have fun on the podcast to brighten my mood a little bit. So
I completely understand, brother. I completely understand.
I appreciate you coming on, Raymond, because this is an interesting topic. It
really is.
Your opinion on it. I didn't quite catch your opinion. I had screams in my ears. So, what made you start investigating?
Oh, since we already covered this once, like I was telling them, there'd be things that I would hear. I would see things as well as a kid. There are certain buildings I would start to walk in and I would just get dizzy as soon as I cross the threshold. And it didn't happen in every building. And then I would hear stories later on. I was like, well, that's kind of weird that I would react like that to a building that I didn't know had stories of people seeing things.
Mm-hmm.
And
validate what you see, for sure.
Yeah. And then after I had open heart surgery in my 20s, it just kind of escalated to a point that I was seeing full on, people. And even still today, I'm sure Rochelle can understand this. Sometimes you have to be careful because you don't know if you're talking to a physical person or not.
Yeah. You don't walk in a room and say, hey, unless you kind of know somebody else sees them too.
Yeah. I mean, but there'd be, full people walking through the house and, complete shadows in the middle of the day with nobody attached to them walking across the yard and just vanishing. And at that point, I was like, I need to start documenting this. I need to start catching this on film. That way, I can validate that I don't, need to put it in a mental hospital. So, which I probably still do, but that's beside the point.
I wonder, how many cases of people getting diagnosed with mental health disorders in some way or another are in the paranormal field just because of their experiences.
I'm sure more than enough.
You come up in certain families and stuff that refuse to accept that the paranormal exists.
Yeah.
And they're just going to think you're crazy. They're going to, have you on all kinds of meds and,
Well, you were, if you were raised by the types that you keep things to yourself, it's a family issue thing, well, then it gets extra difficult.
You also have to look at the time period, though, too. Like back in the 50s and 60s, people were so freaking religious that, if somebody thought that you were talking to ghosts and things from, beyond, you'd be thought of as evil immediately.
So is there a rule against two mediums going to the store together just in case they both see the same person, but it's really actually not a person?
That's not funny, Cara.
I was going to say, how long have you wanted to ask that question?
About 5 minutes.
I don't know. You guys ever make it to Kentucky and stick us in the room together? We'll see how it goes. Other than giving Marcus hell, because, that's just a goal.
Right.
What?
So what color would your padded room be?
Hold on.
It would be white with pink bunnies on it.
There you go. I was going to go for lime green.
If it doesn't have the pink bunnies, I'm not staying. That's all there is to it. I've said this for years and years.
Mine would be black with purple polka dots.
There you go. I like that.
Not going to throw any yellow in there for the Vikings?
Pink with purple polka dots.
You got to think of sleep though. You wouldn't want to sleep-wise have that bright of a color in your room though, would you?
Well, mine painted like clouds.
Hmm.
Well, usually when I sleep, my eyes are closed, so.
Well, that's part of it. They say that with people with sleeping problems, certain shades are better than others for that.
Besides padded rooms, when they turn the lights out, it's
black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we allowed to request like glowing stars? We can stick to this. No.
No.
And honestly,
No,
I figured Marcus
that's a
says it would be cute
weapon.
green.
That'd be a weapon.
So, you know, yeah.
There's a reason why you would be in a padded room.
I'm joking.
All right. So you can't determine my room. My room is pink with Barney the dinosaur all over my walls.
I believe it.
Pink with Barney, you said?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullshit.
Oh, well,
I love you.
We love you some
love me.
dinosaurs, huh?
Yeah.
I guess so.
He's going to walk around and
Oh,
hugging
boy.
himself, thinking Barney's giving him a hug.
As long as you sing the
With
peanut
his
butter
arms
jelly song,
strapped
I'll be
behind his
down.
back.
Man,
I
It
mean,
is
we won't
close.
sing the version that I sing all the time because it's not appropriate.
it's like
I
you guys
hate
know my
you.
life.
Let's tie Barney to a tree.
I think he was
sorry,
talking about
what?
the peanut butter jelly song.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it was Barney, but it wasn't tying him
Oh.
to a tree.
Pump his
Oh.
head fully.
And
It's
we're
more along the
completely
lines of
outside.
Barney gave me yes. Never mind.
Oh boy.
The random things that pop up.
You're the one that was brave enough to give me the link, bud. So
Oh,
you get what you
And
pay
then
for.
brought up Barney.
You know, yeah, what's
Yeah.
what's a podcast without having fun? So
Right.
yeah,
Just like
most
Sunday, me and
definitely,
Matt,
but,
all we did was sit there and play Phasmophobia. Nobody was watching. We didn't care. It was fun.
Nobody was watching.
I don't need anybody to watch. Just doing a podcast is fun. That's how I care.
Exactly.
So,
We're
Like
just
us.
hanging out. We're just, in separate places except for Carr and Brandon, but that's beside the point.
so
They don't count.
just to lean a little bit back towards the subject of tonight, if each individual of you here tonight had an issue with a haunting in your house, which Cara and Brandon, we know you guys do, anybody else,
No.
and there was no such thing as a paranormal investigator, and you didn't know what to do, how would you handle that situation? And not just Cara and Brandon, this goes for everybody.
I'd move. Fuck that. I'm just saying.
That
moving.
is an option. That is an option. However, take this into consideration. If you move, those spirits have a potential to follow you.
I tell them if they play with the lights, they can pick up a broom.
Then I'm moving in with somebody so they can attach to somebody else.
Told him that.
Is this it? It sounds like it's just gonna get worse and worse from here. With what happens
bunk
next?
buddies in her padded room.
Bunk buddies.
It's like, if you're going to watch me while I shower, at least wash my back for me, damn it.
Right?
We'll have a brush set aside just for the ghosts to use.
Exactly. He had enough of that. That was the
Okay, stop.
Okay then.
My kids, okay.
Probably talking to her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. And the cat, the kitten.
Well,
The kitten got a hold of a piece of chicken, and whenever he gets a hold of a piece of meat, he goes insane, and will bite you to death if you try to take it from him.
Oh.
So
Me and
those are
that
my
cat
kids.
has a lot of similarities there.
It's on his Tinder profile, guys.
We'll fight you over my piece of meat.
Oh my God.
My point exactly. What?
You can find me on ghostonly.com now.
What?
everybody's quiet. That's great.
Honestly,
Oh, he's back in the room. We can't talk about him anymore.
I think we all would still be involved in the same field because, we're all here for a reason. We've all joined this field for a reason.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
We don't want to be
most definitely. It's a challenging topic because there's been paranormal investigators around for You know,
Ever.
God knows all. You know, and there's been people doing thousands of investigations. Take Matt Barron, for example. He's been doing this for 15 or 16 years. He's done over 300 houses, businesses, everything. So,
No, I mean, look at
in
Ed and
this
Lauren.
mind that we're in,
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
Ed and
yes.
Lorraine. Yeah.
years
Ed
and
and Lorraine,
years
yeah.
and years and years of it.
The OGs.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And you know, it's an interesting subject to talk about, but it's kind of hard to determine back when there were no investigators. You know, I mean, obviously somebody had to start investigating, you know, and create the whole thing of paranormal investigating. But you know, even before they started, people had to be dealing with hauntings in homes and businesses and everything, and there was nobody to reach out to for any help. So it obviously had to be challenging with life without an investigator, because you know what we do today is we cleanse, we get answers, and you know, just the smallest such as answers for clients, they love that. If you can't cleanse their home or anything, the least you could do is get them some answers. And if you can't get them some answers, refer them to somebody who can get them some answers and who can help them. You know, I feel like it's in tonight because it's something that really needs to be addressed. Not specifically this subject, but it's interesting to think about what it was like before that very first person picked up a K2 meter or something and went out ghost hunting. So,
well,
I
you
mean,
know,
and then
before that, they
obviously,
had the people that had seances and the spirit board sessions, and
Go back even
you know,
further,
it
and
goes
there's
all the way back into the 1800s with just that.
yes,
And you know, people went to shamans and this and that before that.
yeah.
You know,
I was
there's always
yeah.
somebody that they went to for answers for spiritual situations. So
It's
So
like you basically have to
basically,
go off the first reported person documenting it.
yeah.
Well, it doesn't talk about the afterlife, or basically not actually the word ghost, but talks about ghosts basically in the Bible
Yeah, it does.
and other records.
I mean, it
Hey,
honestly
Anthony,
has
thanks
been
for
going
bringing
on
this
since the
to
beginning
us.
of time, pretty much, since people have been around.
It makes me think about like the earlier exorcisms and how they, or like the earlier times where people were in mental institutions and the abuse they went through. Even for exorcisms, they went through such abuse because people really just didn't know how to communicate properly. They didn't know what was going on, so they just assumed, oh my God, everything's a demon. So I think a lot of people would have been saved. A lot of people would have been able to live a normal life if it was like it is today, where people understand better.
Invocation.
And Vicky is here. Welcome from Abyss Paranormal. Thank you for joining us.
Vicky.
Anthony here has been doing paranormal investigating for 40 years. That is a hell of a
You're
long
old,
time.
Anthony.
Wow.
It's a long time.
Much love, brother.
Very long time. Now, here's a question. Each and every one of you here today, 40 years down the road, do you think you'll still be investigating?
Don't make me think like that. I don't want to think 40 years down the road. No, thank you.
I will be.
40, you say?
I will be for sure. I
just don't want to think about the number itself. So.
Yeah, right?
Right.
God, I'll be almost 80 years old. And if I'm still investigating, I don't want to be rolling around in a freaking wheelchair.
40
I don't have one of those
years,
power scooters
30 years,
rolling
yeah,
around
I'll
with a
probably
K2
still be
meter
doing
hooked to the front of it.
Yeah, I don't see myself
40
living to be in my 70s. I'll be the one being investigated.
I'll probably be dead, so I'm just gonna say
I was about to
that
say that 40 years down the road, are going to be investigating us.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give them all hell.
I mean, I'll be in my 60s 40 years down the road. So, I mean, I'll probably still be. I mean, there's people of all ages out here investigating. People of all handicaps out investigating. People of all kinds of different things are investigating, and it's just a phenomena that has taken over, Facebook. It's taken over YouTube. It's taken over a lot of stuff, and it's becoming more popular every day. Take Twitch, for instance. Go over to Twitch. Twitch is a gaming game streaming website. You go over to Twitch and you see so many paranormal investigating, shows on there. That's awesome to see. And you got people who are growing more and more every day. And it's the support of people like Matt.
TikTok
it's
as
the support
well.
of the P3 program. It's the support of everybody that is bringing us all together that helps us do this and makes it possible for us to do this. Because honestly, what a big thing that also helps in the field, and we also with it, is finances. We all struggle with finances in the paranormal field, but let me tell you right now, if you're thinking about just getting started, it's gonna take some money to get started. It is, because you're gonna need
what really helps paranormal teams? Spirit Unity.
Oh yeah. Comment.
Bingo.
He says, just think what
sir.
the P3 will look like in 40 years.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Who knows? Matt might not even be the, leader of the P3 program in 40 years. What if it's it down to his kids? Or what if they pass it down to their kids or whatever? That P3 program is going to keep growing. And it's going to keep having the support. Who knows how many teams are going to be in the P3 program 40 years down the road? And that's the thing. Like I said, the only thing that is keeping us going, because I know, speaking for myself, when I first started Minnesota Spirit Hunters, I had a group of just friends start this team with me. And we absolutely had nothing. We had a phone and we had a voice recorder. Sure, you could do an investigation with that, but how effective is that investigation going to be? It's going to be a good investigation. It's all of what you make it, but you got to spend finances. You got to spend money in order to get this equipment. You got to put in your time. You got to put in effort, and you got to purchase tickets into bigger places, such as Edinburgh Manor that we investigated and all that kind of stuff. So it takes time.
I wouldn't even say that. It's if you find a location where stuff is really trying to communicate, that's where you're going to be getting your best evidence from.
You also have to look at it as you can investigate anywhere. You don't have to investigate in big places. You don't have to invest. You can go to, like we're doing this season, all cemeteries. That's free, other than gas money and time.
Exactly.
The thing is and with paranormal investigating, the biggest cost is getting the equipment so that you can prove your what you catch, prove what you're seeing. Go investigate. You don't need cameras, and it'll be awesome. But if you want to dive into like proving it, then cameras. It costs a lot of money.
Yes, most definitely. And let me ask you all this. What if all of us, we were paranormal investigators, but we had absolutely no support of others? Where will we be today? Probably nowhere.
The loony bins.
Probably still out there investigating on our own. That's where I'd still be out investigating.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you guys back to the very beginning of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. All right. We asked this to every team who's been on Minnesota SpiritCast this season. Take us back to the beginning. Well, I'm going to take you guys to the beginning of this team. When we first started, Gabrielle Elizabeth in the comments here, she was with us in the beginning. Well, almost the beginning. She knows how it was. The vibe was not okay. The equipment was not okay. And it's not because we were making it okay. It's because you got to start somewhere. And we started small, and you got to keep supporting each other to build yourself up. Now, the thing is that 2020, we had just got hit with COVID-19. That was a big one. That put us back from doing everything. Right now, we should be airing our season 3, but we put a stop to everything back in 2020, and we wasn't investigating or anything. I had just got done with a different team that I had very bad luck on. I had no support from anybody. You know, we wasn't even investigating that much and whatever because we couldn't afford to. And so when we started Minnesota Spirit Hunters, my mentality and my state of mind was this team isn't going anywhere. You know, because my last team didn't go anywhere. I had no support and I had no love of others to help me get my team built up. And so I thought about closing Minnesota Spirit Hunters down 2 weeks after opening it. But the thing is that I had people pull me aside and give me pep talks. And they're like, you know, it is what you make it. Are you going to let others make you close your team because, you know, there's no support from them? Or what do you want? You got to chase what you want. And so I wanted a successful paranormal team. I've been through I could say this. I've been through a lot of team members since I opened this team. I'm not afraid to say that because if I find that you're not going to be a good asset to my team, we're going to have to replace, you know, and right now we have a solid foundation. We have a great team, everything. And most of our old team members were amazing. And, you know, I loved my team, but there's a point where you got to say this isn't helping and we can change this. And so I'm glad that I decided to keep it going because look where we are today. You know, we're mid season two right now. We've already started filming season 3. We're on season 3 of our podcast, and with support of the P3 program and many more people. And that's the thing. Back in 2020, I didn't think we'd be where we are today. I thought we would be closed and we wouldn't be doing anything. So for everybody who's ever supported me and my team, thank you. That's all I got to say.
Oh, you big teddy bear.
You know it.
We should clap. That is like a so there you go. There you go. That was amazing.
I did think I would put it out there because, you know, there's a lot of people with state of mind like I'm not making anything of this and it's not worth my time and it's not worth my money and all of that. It totally is. If you want something to happen, chase what you want.
Their opinion is not worth your time.
Exactly.
Sorry.
That's the thing. And I'm going to say our friend from I done forgot.
That's a good friend, Marcus.
Yeah. Anyway, our friend Tanner Rutledge. I forgot the name of his team or whatever, but he made some very good points. He put out a video a couple days ago, and he made a point of if people are not with you, they're either beside you or they're behind you. And you got to look at that is a great standpoint, and that is a great look at it because, you know, if somebody don't agree with you, so what? That's an opinion. The only opinion that matters is your opinion, you know, and Rochelle may have different opinions. Cara may have different ones. Brandon, we don't care about his. Rachel, I'm kidding. But no, it's all fun and games. And another thing that really helps is that we're not just a team of paranormal investigators. Once you become a hunter, you're a family member. And that's the thing. Look at your team like your family. You know?
Yes. I want to say, going back to Tanner's analogy of they're either beside you or behind you, I think also that means emotional stability. What's the word I'm thinking of? Not acting like a child.
Mm-hmm.
Maturity level is could be beside or behind you as well. So I don't only think of their their, the teams and how far along you are in your team. I also think emotional stability, and all those other things.
Yes.
Like, it's not just the team, it's the individual person.
Most definitely. Absolutely. Guys, we're going to highlight some comments here, and then we're going to take a short intermission, use the bathroom, get a drink, have a smoke, whatever you got to do. But we're going to highlight some comments really quick.
Done.
Make sure that you guys stay tuned after the show, because we have a very special sneak peek at our upcoming season 3, episode 3, or episode 3 of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. Not going to want to miss it. We're highlighting a couple of the hunters tonight because they are our birthday hunters. So we're going to highlight those tonight. Stay tuned after the show for those. But we're going to highlight some comments before intermission. Anthony has a really good point here. What kind of equipment will be available in 40 years?
Yeah.
The things that excite me the most are the things that operate in lower frequencies. Because, like even the spirit boxes, they use radio frequencies. When we start developing things that work in lower frequencies, so it doesn't require as much energy for spirits to, communicate, how much more stuff are we going to catch?
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, that's going to be beyond awesome. It really is.
That's pretty much what I was going to say. In 40 years, with all the different frequencies that, we're studying on right now, we're pretty much going to be able to have a walkie-talkie to the other side.
I'm still thinking I'm going to be dead, so.
Hey, it is what it is. I might be right there with you, so.
Hey, at least then they can talk to us.
All I know is in 40 years, I will be 76, and there's no way I'm going to be hauling around a camera no more.
Right.
You hook it to the power scooter, man. You hook it to the power scooter.
Power scooter investigators. Swear to God, if any of us live to be in our 70s, we definitely have to get power scooters with custom ink and cameras built on, just so we can do a show on it.
And also do bumper cars.
It'll look like those little roller coasters that they ride on for movies, with the cameras hooked up to them.
Right.
Oh my God.
Team name change. Minnesota Scooter Hunters.
There we go.
Just saying. Hey, Better Crew Podcast is with us. Matt, Sarah, Carlos, whoever you are, welcome. Thank you. I believe it's Matt.
Well, if it being all caps, that is Matt Barron.
Matt, I didn't say you could join my show. Get the hell off.
I'll send you the link.
No, please don't. No, just if you want to send him the link, bring him on in. So,
what's up, brother?
Anthony says, "What's up, Raymond?" We have Unknown Paranormal with us. Welcome.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, it's
unknown.
Unknown. It's unknown. We don't.
Yeah. Okay, that was bad.
And then where's everyone from? So we are based in Minnesota. I would say northern Minnesota we're based in. We have base all over Minnesota, and we go all over Minnesota. However, we do go to Minnesota too. So, but we're mainly based in Minnesota. So, and then Raymond down here, he's the oddball. I don't know where he's from.
Kansas. No, Wichita is where?
I'm not from Wichita.
Kentucky.
I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I'm from Ohio, but I live in Kentucky. So.
I'm from Nebraska.
Raymond, can I ask what part of Kentucky you're from?
Eastern. I am literally around the border of West Virginia and Southern Ohio.
Heck yeah. Growing up,
is that the good side of the tracks? Just kidding.
It's kind of
growing up.
I
spent the majority of my childhood in Nashville. However, I have been throughout Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Never had the state of mind of paranormal investigating back then. But I do know there's some creepy places. Like Raymond, if you ever go to Tennessee, there's a place called Two Rivers Mansion. And I definitely think that one would be super cool to investigate. And we did get
check it out.
We got into it on a podcast, a few months back, and we showed a little bit about it and the outside of it and everything, and just the vibe that you get when you go down the very creaky, long driveway. That's the best part. That's the adrenaline rush. So, and then Vicky is, she says, hey, unknown Missouri. The panel is from Missouri. Why does it say Minnesota? Did the group move? No, we're still in Minnesota, unfortunately.
We're in New York this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I've been in Minnesota,
live from New York.
in this frozen tundra ever since I can remember.
I agree with this. It's not my responsibility to like your opinions of me. And that is very true. Very, very true.
Is that Vic?
Huh?
Who's that? Is that Vic?
I believe it's Gabby.
Oh, it's Gabby. Okay.
Dreams. Exactly. Live your dreams, everybody. Listen to David. David is the man of the hour. And then Vicky is from Missouri, actually. Vicky, we have some places. I have some places I'd love to check out down there. We did have an investigation scheduled at the Titanic Museum in Britain, but we didn't have the insurance that covers the investigation.
They have one in Pigeon Forge too, in Tennessee.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I know the one in Branson is haunted itself. I don't know about the one in Pigeon
if you
Forge.
check with Ghost Hunt Weekends, they usually do both every year.
Really?
Yep.
Super cool. I know you need like $1 million insurance to get in to investigate, and we just did not have that. So, and then Unknown Paranormal says, my apologies. No problem. More positivity rather than the last show I saw. Thank you, panel. Most definitely. That's what it's all about, guys. Is positivity and support. So, let's see. We're going to highlight a few more, and then we're going to take the rest after our intermission. Anthony says, my group is Texas Racers. Go Hunters. Hey.
Yeah.
Support.
Go support those guys. Anthony is his family, and he's awesome.
For scooters.
For scooters.
Not in Pennsylvania because we would all die.
Yeah, I don't
potholes.
think scooters are going to make it up and down the mountains there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there's not enough brakes that we can fit in our little mini baskets.
Can you imagine riding one of those through Gettysburg?
Yeah.
No.
Picture this real
We
quick.
have to get like
Picture
off-road
this.
wheels.
You have to
Picture
be a big jacked up scooter.
All right, so guys, picture this. Picture Matt with a battery operated scooter, okay? And the little girl spike of the little bell that you push the bell, ding ding, put that right on the front of his scooter going down the mountains in Pennsylvania. That is film worthy.
He'd do it.
That is film
He'd do
worthy.
it.
Yes.
He would do it. We wouldn't even think twice.
Why Pennsylvania again?
My podcast horse feelings.
We went out to Pennsylvania earlier this year, and legit, there are roads that are like just built right into the freaking mountains. It's bad.
Land of
we went up and
10,000
down the
lakes
road with
to
the minivan
10,000
where,
hills.
I mean, it was an incline like that.
Yeah. That sucks.
Like Duluth, Minnesota, like in town where the hills go straight up, but
Yeah.
all the time.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Unknowns from Pennsylvania.
Wouldn't like to drive at night.
Unknown Paranormal. Me too, Unknown. We're at. I'm from Central PA.
Look, we made a relationship connection.
Right. And I'd rather not say it. Perfectly fine. Let's see. We have a few more comments that we're going to highlight.
DM each other.
Oh, Vicky lives 1 hour from Branson. That's pretty cool. Ding, ding.
I live about 10 hours from Branson.
Right. All right. Couple more comments here. Hell yeah. Ding, ding, bitches.
God.
Told you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, it's scary driving in North Dakota. Never driven in North Dakota.
Oh, I think there's the storms there right now. I think they have bad storms.
It's flat, and they shut the main roads down. You can't travel. They shut you down.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, I'm sure it's scary to drive wherever.
Yeah, you go through there during the summer. It's nothing but just flat.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a tree once in a while.
Once in a while.
I was worse for that. Sorry, that's what I think.
I was just not trying to count the trees though. There'll be like a 15-minute period before you see the next one.
Right. One way to fall asleep. One.
Sounds like the part of Ohio I'm from. All you have is like little spots of trees, and then corn.
Oh,
all right, guys.
When there's not corn, you can see the next town. That's how flat it was. It's ridiculous.
Just flat.
I've been through Iowa and Nebraska. They're both nothing but just cornfields.
Oh yeah.
I was born in Lincoln, Nebraska. Thank you.
Do you like corn?
My uncle owned a pharmacy downtown during World War II, and since people were so broke, he would just give them out and let them pay them later in like loans or installment payments. Found that out not that long ago. That was cool.
All right, guys.
I bet that place is Spanish.
Yeah,
we are
no
going to
shit.
go into intermission if anybody needs to step away. Now is the time. We're going to have about a 3-minute intermission. So we'll see you guys right back here with more amazing questions after the break.
All right. What are you doing? Seriously.
No idea. I guess I was going to play the P3 video, but I guess I don't
what
have
happened?
that one.
What
We
happened?
lost half our people.
I just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people stepped away. That's all right. So, you know what? We'll cut it a little bit longer, and we're gonna highlight Global Ghost Hunt a little bit more. So, see you guys in a few. All right, we are back.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
What?
What the hell?
What's horrible?
Brandon, did you fart?
No, he likes Mountain Dew. I don't really like Mountain Dew, but I was going to try it. It's fruitcake flavored Mountain Dew. It tastes so horrible.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't drink that.
Oh God.
So, Rochelle.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the last game?
I actually only got to watch the first half. And then I was kind of disgusted with, obviously the defense sucked royally, and so did our offense. They looked like little monkeys. And then all of a sudden they must just decide, oh, we're going to play. We better win the game. And I missed the good stuff. So I'm like, son of a biscuit. It figures I missed the good shit.
I think what happened is we went into halftime and our coach probably got all over everyone's ass. It was like, you know what? This is not how we freaking play.
Right? Good. He needed to. I was just like, are you kidding me? Ugh. And then, of course, my TV went bleep. And I'm like, well, I'm done watching it. That was easy.
I know. It was a pretty damn good game. I liked it.
I didn't watch it. I went to town. When I came home, right as I opened the door with my arms full of groceries, both Brandon and our nephew Curtis started screaming, yeah! I'm like, oh, I guess they won. Every neighbor in the block area heard that.
Right?
She won't listen to me. I got her.
Miss Chocolate Face decided she wanted to join.
Hi, Miss
Shut up,
Chocolate Face.
Okay.
Raina.
Hi.
Raina.
She didn't have the Tylenol.
Seriously, she's been hitting keys on my laptop. She's been throwing things and everything because I would be on the show.
So there's only one
She's
left.
saying, "Pay attention to me." No, you sit on the chair.
So there's only one thing left for her to do.
Throw up on Daddy. Blech.
Oh, good Lord. Matt, all right, you know what? Matt beat all of you to it. I'm seriously gonna make that a piece of merchandise. Picture of Matt's face, half Matt's face, half Raymond's face, and a speech bubble that says "Throw up on Daddy" with our logo on the back.
Be sure to get my good side.
Right.
I don't know what side that is, but try to get my good side.
Yeah, me neither. Both of them are good.
Still waiting on my calendar too.
Earlier.
No.
Yeah, if we were spirits, I would be the one that would be caught on a thermal cam doing old dance moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something naughty. And I'm like, really, Brandon? Wrong time to say that.
Brandon's going to be caught on thermal doing, be twerking the whole time. Sticking his ass out.
You know, she's acting up out of spite tonight. Literally. She's trying to get a reaction out of me.
Well, she succeeded.
Yeah. Barry, throw up on Daddy's laptop.
Oh, don't do that.
Go and get it.
Throw up all over Daddy's shirt.
No! Anyway, so let's highlight some comments, and then to wrap up the show tonight, we're going to talk a little about P3 programs, spirited question, all that kind of stuff. So, so we have Northwest Paranormal Research Group from Washington State, and it's cold. Yes, it is cold because we got you know what here in Minnesota. So,
the S word.
Here.
We've got like what 3 inches of snow sitting outside right now on the ground.
Something like that.
Yeah, everybody kept talking about how much snow they were getting. I was like, all I did here was rain.
Lucky.
It rained here for like 2 days straight, just heavy, crazy rain, and then all of a sudden it started snowing. So we've got some ice.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, that's also why I don't do investigations during the winter months, because here it's nothing but hills. And one, I don't trust the roads, and two, I don't trust the other people on the roads, so I don't travel if I don't have to.
Oh, that's okay, because on my way to Duluth this morning for a route, in work, I drive a 15,000-pound straight dock truck. And me and my boss seen 2 semis jackknifed into the ditch and a freaking dock truck in the ditch as well.
Nice.
People going too fast, not watching what they're doing.
Frozen to your seats.
Had they asked, why are they saying throw up on daddy? It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Do it.
Is she encouraging it?
First, she yelled in the background, "No, don't do it!" And then once we explained it, she's like, "Do it!
Do it!
I like her. We're going to be great friends.
Yep.
Juliana.
Did anyone die?
No, nobody died. I mean, people were standing outside the semis and tow trucks were there, but they weren't like laying on their sides or anything. I mean, they were like, like this in the ditch, but cab almost touching the trailer, but everybody was okay.
Fun times in Minnesota driving.
Yeah. I always love the stories coming from Indiana where traffic would be like stopped for days because of snow. It's like, you all have lived there for how long and you still don't know how to drive in the snow? Move.
Biggest thing about driving in the snow is patience, and don't be trying to drive super fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Leave early so you have extra time because you don't know how the roads are going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, we were in New Mexico early this spring, like February, whatever it was, and it was snowing. And then the next morning there was 6 more fresh inches. It was 5 in the morning. My mom was with me. I'm like, "Get up, we're leaving now." She's like, "Why?" There was semis, there was cars. Everybody, like every hotel was full. Semis were parked along the roads. And I said, because there's no idiots out here anymore. I can actually drive on the road, and I'm not going to get hit by somebody going 90 miles an hour and going, "What's this white stuff?"
Yeah.
Because there was semis and cars. There was accidents all over, and there was deaths all over it too. So it's like people that died, I think, on the road that day.
Would you like a bite?
She needs to get to the bathroom. No.
I'll be back.
Also, another little thing that people need to remember while driving in the snow: don't hit your brakes, not super hard, because then you're just going to spin out of control, and that's the end of it. Because we love to see Marcus get thrown up on.
Shut up.
It's a running joke that got started quite a while ago with people that were on the podcast and friends and all that.
No idea why. But P3 is the Paranormal Partnership Program. It's a program made up by Matt, the Pendleton, I, and Scott Morton from WASP Paranormal. Warren Area Society of Paranormal are the leaders of the U.S. division, and we have a UK division as well. It's basically just a program where a bunch of people come together and show nothing but support and para units. Just one big program and platform for drama-free and how do I say it? No drama and all support is basically what it is. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out and we can talk about it. So
yeah, there we go.
Most definitely.
I mean, they let me in, so that should tell you
community
something.
Well,
somebody
yeah,
oops that day.
Oops. You can blame Baron for that one.
Question.
It's a community that has no drama and builds each other
Answer.
up with no judgment.
I want to know funniest weather-related fail while investigating, to and from investigations or whatnot. What's your funniest weather-related fail? I got one. Marcus knows.
I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
I got you.
I have some funny road stories, but that's beside the point.
Marcus is like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So we pulled up to a gas
is this
station.
about me?
Yeah.
Shut up.
We pulled up to a gas station. He was in the seat behind me, and I was in the passenger seat, right? And he gets out, And I look over and he's there out my window. And the next second I look over and he's gone. And I look down and he had slipped on ice right onto his back. And I'm like, well.
At least he didn't slide underneath the vehicle.
I've done that.
Well, and we got to listen to him for the next like 20 hours talking about how his ass hurts.
Yeah, he was real butthurt.
No. So let me tell you
Literally,
this, okay?
real hurt.
So, no, let me tell you this. I was just fine. Nothing hurt. I mean, there was a little sting, okay? But we were going to the Boyd house. Where we released an episode. We're actually going again, and I'm super excited.
Cool.
But to the Boyd house, and everything was just fine. We were investigating for a good 10 to 12 hours before even going to sleep or anything. There's 2 couches in this house. All right. There's a small love seat, and there's a big full-size couch. Our lead investigator decides that they're going to take the big couch. After I decide I'm taking the love seat without even thinking about it. All right. So wake up the next morning and my ass was on fire, man. I tell you that. Rochelle's first response is maybe you should. I don't know. I don't even want to get into that comment.
Why don't you just say it, smart ass?
But basically,
bring it,
all right,
Marcus.
well, basically, Rochelle accused me of getting screwed by a ghost that night. So that's all I'm gonna say. So no, but I was.
No
just
wonder your butt hurt.
Lou,
Half the night, Marcus ended up getting yelled at by the one spirit because he was being too loud.
So were you?
Was that while you were getting butt hurt or after?
No pun intended.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
No pun intended.
You're being too loud. Tone it down.
Now I throw.
This is why Marcus is never going to investigate with me.
Bullshit, I would.
We would all have way too much fun. That's for sure.
What about succubus?
Yep.
Succubus.
Mm-hmm.
No, in this case, it's probably an incubus. That's what we aim for, I know.
Yes, sir.
There's supposed to be, but there is some drama sometimes.
unknown paranormal, nothing but positive in P3, no drama, and if there is drama and negativity, then you can bet we're going to take care of it, because it's a program where we don't want any of that. Absolutely support 100% no drama, and we need to build each other up with exactly what Matt said.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Absolutely. All right. Well, before we go tonight, I want to know you guys I want to know one more question from you guys.
Question?
That would be, and we've asked this on other podcasts.
I've never been butt hurt by a ghost.
What?
He's never been butt hurt by a ghost.
That's going to be our new inside joke, isn't it?
One of them, yes.
So I want to know.
Add it to the money.
All right, moving on. So
brings a whole new meaning, slip and slide in both instances.
I said moving on, sir. So before we stop it.
Show it.
All right. Now we're good. No, stop. Raymond, shut up.
There are no fees for the P3 program. It is free.
Yep.
There is a contract, though.
Yes.
Yes. So there will be a contract to sign, and it basically states all of the rules and regulations, everything that we support, and all of the facts about the P3 program. All you got to do is read it, sign it, send it over, and we'll take it from there and get you added to the program. So if you're interested, feel free to message either Matt, myself, Scott, Raymond, Brandon, Rochelle. We're all part of the P3 program. We're all willing to help you. So absolutely. So before we go tonight, guys, I want to ask you one more thing. What is the one investigation? Shut up, Raymond. God. All right, you know what? Just to help me here. No, I'm not going to kick you from the studio.
Yes, Matt is Paracrew. You can reach out to the Paracrew podcast as well.
Yes. So, my question to you guys is that what is that one innovation that you have been able to do that you thought you would never be able to do?
Waverly Hills.
You've done Waverly Hills. Wow.
Before I found out about all the drama that's involved with that. So I haven't gone back yet, but hopefully one of these days everything will be straightened out and I will go back.
I haven't really gotten to investigate any big place at all besides Void House.
We just joined, obviously, a year ago. So we haven't really done much. This is the episode of Cemetery, so we haven't really gone to very many places yet.
Yeah. On the team, before I've asked each member to give me a dream investigation of theirs, and everybody gave me an investigation, and I have been able to put those on the list for next season, some of them to fulfill the wish of the hunters. So there's going to be some great episodes coming out next year, so I guarantee that. So I think the biggest one that we've got to do that I didn't think we would get to do, definitely the Boyd House would be one of them. You know, never thought that we would get to investigate a house of such history and elegance. You know, it's a beautiful house and it's got it's got a lot of history and everything. I don't want to spoil it because there is going to be another part coming out, but yeah, we're going back. So that would be mine. Rochelle?
What? I don't know. I guess Edinburgh would have to be the bigger one. But at the same time, it's really draining and you got to be there. Be nice if you could be there longer so you could actually sleep and investigate and then go back and kind of recheck and see if where you want to, where you thought the best spots were again.
Yep.
That'd be
most
cool.
Definitely. A Cecil Hotel.
I've got a couple I'll plan on doing next summer that will be really cool to do too in Indiana.
Which one's that?
And they're 2 blocks away from each other. The Monroe Demon House in Hartford City and the old Blackford County Jail that's right there 2 blocks away from it.
Wow. That's awesome. Because we're scheduled for the old Blackford County Jail.
Yeah, Monroe's 2 blocks away and it's $175 a night and you get till 10 a.m. the next morning and you can sleep there.
Yep.
Both locations you can. So
October 2023, we will be investigating the old Blackford County Jail, as well as, I'm going to say it, Brandon, Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
Have you gotten dates for that yet, or just the month?
I have not. Nope, it's too far away to book a date for the time that we want to do it. So, no, haven't gotten dates yet, but it's a for sure thing that we are investigating. So, yeah, that's only 2 of them that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, we are nearing the end of our show. And at the end of our show, we always end with question. Now, I don't have a spirited question tonight, but no, I don't. I didn't plan this show out whatsoever. I figured it'd just be fun to wing it. So, I'm going to ask a question that maybe other people would be curious about. Okay, how about this? What would be one thing that you would need to, what would be one piece of advice to give to a new coming investigator? And anybody, we'll start with Raymond since you're our guest tonight.
Honestly, my advice is 1, go on one of the public ghost hunts first before you ever try to go out by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
one, you get to associate with other investigators that are there, so you get a little bit of knowledge from them while having fun. You get the experience, but also you get to that too. Make sure you wear the brown pants.
No, make sure you wear the thong with Matt's face on it.
Shh, people aren't supposed to know I had that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Is that going to be part of my calendar?
Aren't you the one?
I mean, if you want one, I'll send you one so you can wear it.
I'm not talking about me. I want you to have July in the calendar.
We always hear talk about this damn calendar, but there's still no calendar.
I know. He keeps dragging it out.
Never will be. Never will be.
I was waiting for the picture with just the K2.
Matt.
What I got. No, but absolutely, that's a great piece of advice. Rochelle, what about you?
I would say don't go out alone. Don't get discouraged and just keep trying. That's it.
Brandon?
Be respectful. Don't go by yourself. And prepare yourself before you go.
Cara?
Oh gosh. Building on basically different things that everybody said. Be respectful. Remember that they were people too. It's not just some random thing you're talking to. It most likely it was a person. Two, well, actually the number one thing I think of is kind of what we did. Watch other people, watch other teams, learn from other people, join a group if you want to, even if it's temporary, so that you can learn off of other people before you try to go out on your own. You're going to learn a lot of great tips. You're going to, you know what I mean, that you can incorporate into your own stuff.
Yep, most definitely. And I think my word of advice for a new coming investigator is set a plan for you before the investigation. That way it's going to help the investigation run so much smoother. Set up a plan for maybe even carpooling. That way you know how you're getting there. Set up a plan for who's doing what. Set up a plan of what rooms need to have a camera, where your base is going to be. Just have a full-on investigation plan. Big thing would probably have a case manager. Have somebody who takes care of the entire case for you. That way everything is taken care of and you have your own departments that people take care of. So that too. All right, guys. Well, we are at the end of our show, but I want to tell every one of you here that you guys had some amazing responses tonight. It was a great subject to talk about, even though we kind of scurried away for a minute. It's a great thing to think about, and all of the other stuff that was brought up. Raymond, always a pleasure to have your presence on the show. Everybody,
absolutely,
make sure you
sir.
Everybody, make sure
I'll see you on the 29th.
Yes, I was getting there. Everybody, make sure you stay tuned on November 29th at 7 a.m. Raymond is our very special guest. He will be representing Newsom Paranormal, so you're not going to want to miss it. So, Raymond, until the 29th, you have yourself a great night, and I'm sure we'll catch you on a little later. So,
definitely. Try not to get butt hurt anymore.
Oh, I won't.
Good night.
Maybe on the way to Boyd. Maybe on the way to Boyd.
Yeah.
I'll find you a patch of ice.
Well, I love you all. Have a good night. I've got to go pick somebody up
Rick,
from
I
work.
got you, man. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye. All right, and the rest of you guys, great show. All great responses. Everybody in the comments here, you guys were an amazing audience tonight. Even though people are ripping on me right now, telling me not to drink the Kool-Aid, plug in my electronics and everything. So it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Matt's gonna get hurt. So that was not a threat. Facebook, please don't shut me down. So no, but it's been an amazing show. Looking forward to the next one. Catch us on Saturday night we have returning guest John Yost coming to the show. We'll be talking a little alien abduction answers, his documentary movie about his extraterrestrial occurrences and everything like that, and his other experiences in the paranormal field in general. So catch us then, and catch us on next Tuesday with Sarah's for a very special episode for her team based out of Washington. But that's all we have time for tonight. But don't go anywhere, because we do have a special preview of our next episode, which is called Ferguson Cemetery. This is episode 3, and really looking forward to it. So thank you, everybody, for your support. Yes. Yes, okay. Most definitely. So special preview, never before seen. Hope you guys enjoy it. And that's all I really got. Do you guys have anything?
No.
All right. Well, we will see you guys on Saturday night. Remember, watch our preview, and don't forget to check out Paranormal Consultant as well as DeesGhost.com. Use our code MNSH and get 10% off of any equipment that you would like. Remember, it's all order, so you're going to get awesome equipment made to order for 10% off of already low prices. So check that out. Also check out Global Ghost Hunt and lots of other stuff too. So we do have a new sponsorship, and we're going to air that on one of these feature shows. And yeah, that's all I got. So you guys have a great night. We'll see you Saturday. Remember, as always, happy hunting. Sorry, totally wrong video. One more thing that I know. One more thing that I forgot to do was today we would like to highlight our gator, Nicole Thompson. It is their birthday today, so we're highlighting them. And Nicole Hoffman's birthday, our other lead investigator, was last Tuesday, so we're highlighting her tonight with a couple of embarrassing birthday videos before the preview. So you guys enjoy. I'll see you next time.
It's been coming up like sun above. It's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. They say we're weak when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. It's at our core when we come together. They will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear, and then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here. Come on. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up
My name is Marcus Webb.
Could you tell us your name? Could you be a little more specific? Jobs online. Probably just over there. Yeah, there's the thing right back here.
Brandon had to walk away from. Is this about the area that you were feeling something, or?
Yeah, kind of right up here at the top of the alley.
Okay, let's check it out.
The sound we're testing, babe. You can just play it back.
Okay, that's awkward. Check that out. Half on the back, half off. You said you were feeling uneasy over here? I mean, we have some newer graves, and we also have some older graves.